Shalom. Oops. There there it is. Where's my Shalom? So wait upon the Lord. Another meditation on the word that we may have a renewed spirit every day, right? Because every day there is war, every day there is endless overthinking, but they that wait upon the Lord shall have their strength renewed. This is Isaiah 40 and 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. So in this walk, you will encounter different kinds of spirits, right? And different doctrines. So you will study a lot and invest a lot of time and energy and effort, right? Because there's, uh, different doctrines that could be wrong, could be right, and you really just want to be careful. And along with that, you will have different views, right? It's okay to have different views. What is not okay is to not listen, right? So we must have what do you call this? We must be swift to hear and slow to speak so that we can have a civil exchange, right? Because everyone is, you know, ongoing with their research studies. Everyone has a position to take. No one wants to engage that much, right? So you will encounter a lot of those stuff, right? But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, right? And um, every day is at war. So it's best to manage your spirit with just the right amount. So don't seek the things that is above thy strength. Sarah 3, 3 and 21. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 and verse 21. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. So just do what you really can as much as possible and let it grow along the way. Because not all of us will discover, that 100%, but we are ongoing towards that 100%, right? But what is commanded thee, right? So just focus on the commandments. We'll encounter different um spirits. They want more on You want to focus more on the prophecies. Some even know the birthday, but they don't know wisdom. They don't know how to have mercy on other brothers. So so you really have to what do you call this, discern them, right? So you can not grieve your spirit or not drain your spirit, because there's a lot of those. Yeah. So yeah, think thereupon with reverence, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret, so things that you still don't know. Just let it remain there. Don't park too much information on your mind, right? Because there will be a lot who will know more about, for example, the birthday of Christ, but they don't know how to treat other brothers well. So conserve your energy and stay away from those kinds of people. I think that's in the book of Thessalonians. This is the book of Second Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 6. Now we command you, brethren, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, and not after the tradition that which he received of us. So stay away from those, right? And just focus on the commandments of the Lord, not eating pork, the laws that is within your control. If you can keep the Sabbath, that's great. However, there are brothers that still need to provide for their children, family. That's why they have to attend their occupation or to their work. Sometimes they're required by their boss, right? So that is out of our reach, right? But you will encounter brothers who will rebuke those poor brothers, right? So you can discern them. And how do you actually discern them? Well, you can discern them by um having understanding, right? Job 20:28. First, in order to discern or have an understanding, discern, perceive, or understand something, right? To understand something is to, well, the verse is here, Job 28:28. Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is Salakia. Depart from evil is understanding. So to also have understanding is to have discernment as well. So because you can choose which one is right, which one is evil, right? But first, you need to gain understanding. And how do you do that? By departing from evil. What is departing from evil? That is sin, right? The sin is the transgression of the law. First John, I think it's 5, First John and 5. So slow at this. First John 3 and 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. So just start with yourself. Don't, when you discover the doctrine, all praises to the Most High, right? But don't go like trying to fix everybody all at once. It's a gradual process, right? You have to do things lawfully, right? So to do things lawfully is to start with yourself. Because how can you fix others if you don't fix yourself, right? You will be called a hypocrite. We don't want to be hypocrites in this walk, right? So we just have to start with ourselves and continue on and let the spirit reach out to other brothers and sisters, right? So going back to Sirach 3, start with this, Sirach 3 and 22. But what is commanded thee? Think thereupon, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, right? History, prophecy, just focus on the law, right? For more things are eschewed unto thee than men understand. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Sometimes they are full of themselves, that they shut down other brothers and sisters who have an opinion or who have a position that we could hear about, right? And an evil suspicion had overthrown their judgment. Don't worry, they will have their judgment overthrown because of their being full of themselves. Because Sirach 3 and 26, and he that loveth danger shall perish therein. A reckless spirit will, you know, be in danger, right? It's just common sense. So So yeah, that's the meditation for today because you know we must meditate on the word daily that we may baptize ourselves in the spirit of the Lord, right? And just slowly and progressively do the law, statutes, and commandments. All praises to the Father through the Son.